Joe Biden, he had his farewell speech last night. Man, what a joke. Man, hey, we're gonna go over it though. Look what I seen before that though. I'll play it second. Hold on, look.
If he does good, if he gets the Israeli hostages out, I promise I will wear a MAGA hat for one day on the show and say, thank you for doing it.
Hey, that's crazy how the other day Trump was like, I guarantee if they're not out by the time I'm in, I'm going to get them out. And the country's folded. That's what happens when you have a leader and not Joe Biden, a puppet.
Yeah. She'll knock it right off my head. Wrong, dude.
Well, The breaking news coming in to CNN, a senior Biden administration official confirming that Hamas has agreed to a hostage release and ceasefire deal. I want to go straight to senior White House correspondent MJ Lee with the latest. MJ. MJ, what can you tell us about this deal?
That's what happens when Trump makes threats. Shit gets done. Not Joe Biden.
I'm going to go to Alex Marquardt. This is a massive deal, weeks in the making, Alex.
It certainly is, if not range of hot. So the point here, Pam, is that after weeks of feverish work on the U.S. side with both Biden administration officials and officials from the incoming Trump team working in coordination with each other, they and the other mediators have managed to get the Israelis and Hamas, it appears, across the finish line, where we are going to get a truce, a pause in this fighting. One thing I really want to emphasize is this does not mean the end of this war. This means a break in this war. Hopefully this break will last at least 6 weeks.
Thank you. Brooks, credit for this, Mr. President, you or Trump?
Look at this guy. He's look.
Is that a joke? Oh, thank you.
I can't believe, I cannot believe the Democrats went so long without with this guy trying to run a second term. I mean, he can barely talk. And I feel bad because he's older, but man, this is ridiculous.
The rise of a tech industrial complex that could pose real dangers for our country as well.
Look at this clown, man. Let's hear what he has to say, though. Farewell speech. Biden, let me hear what you did, Biden, the past 4 years.
Americans are being buried under an avalanche of misinformation and disinformation.
Americans are being buried for misinformation that you guys are spewing, the Democrats. Misinformation. The Democrats are spewing. That's all they do is do misinformation, disinformation. That's literally their specialty.
Enabling the abuse of power. The free press is crumbling. Editors are disappearing. Social media is giving up on fact-checking. The truth.
Social media is giving up on fact-checking. Yes, because they don't agree with you. That's why you're mad at fact-checking to go away, because it will only fact-check the right. You guys remember when during the debates, when Kamala and Trump were debating, who were they fact-checking? Only Trump. They didn't fact-check Kamala one time. It was all Trump.
It is smothered by lies, told for power and for profit. We must hold the social platforms accountable to protect our children.
Protect our children. Oh man, I bet you he says protect our democracy,
our families, and our very democracy.
Protect our democracy. That's what they love to say. Oh man, and it's like, so millions of people hear this press conference, right? And they're like, oh, protect the democracy. Oh, the right. They're trying to ruin the democracy, and they go vote for blue because Joe Biden said this dumb stuff on the TV.
From the abuse of power. That's why my farewell address tonight, I want to warn the country of some things that give me great concern. And this is a dangerous concentration of power in the hands of a very few ultra-wealthy people. And the dangerous consequences.
The ultra-wealthy people are making you say this dumb shit.
If their abuse of power is left unchecked. Today, an oligarchy is taking shape in America of extreme
an oligarchy.
Wealth, power, and influence that literally threatens our entire democracy.
Here we go again with the threat to democracy. See, what Democrats like to do is they like to use buzzwords and words that like catch on. You know, misogynistic, racist, what is it? What's another one? Like threat to democracy, transphobic, like, and it catches on in people's brains, and you really think like, oh man, you know, these people are bad, but no, you know, just you gotta stop. Look at what you read on CNN and MSNBC.
Our basic rights and freedoms, and a fair shot for
No one's taking away basic rights. No one's taking away freedom. You stupid.
everyone to get ahead.
I mean, you are the worst president, I think, in United States history. There's 61% people said they didn't like what you did. 61.
We see the consequences all across America, and we've seen it before. More than a century ago, but the American people stood up to the robber barons back then and busted the trusts. They didn't punish the wealthy. They just made the wealthy play by the rules everybody else had to.
I mean, it's amazing that this guy had even a chance to do it a second term. And he's saying threat to democracy like the Democrats didn't even have a primary. They didn't even elect Kamala. She just was sewn in because Joe Biden dropped out so late. Trump was picked.
I think the way he's leaving office has been, frankly, pretty terrible.
Come on, Scott. Show me something, Scott.
He's going to be remembered for a few things. But politically, it's mostly for when he was vice president, he and Obama sort of ushering in the Trump era initially. And then as he's leaving office as president, bringing back Trump and Trumpism stronger and more popular than ever. Today, Biden has
it's true.
61.
Like it's crazy because the Democrats miscomings. How do I say it? Like mishaps have made Trump stronger because how stupid these people are.
Percent disapproval, and Trump is over a 50% approval and more popular, and his ideology is more popular than it's ever been. If everything you say is true, the Democrats should have had no trouble getting reelected in this election, yet they were.
It's an issue of a communications failure.
I know, and for Democrats, it's always been about communication and no introspection about the policies that led to him leaving.
Democrats, all they do is try to outsource their problems and what's wrong with everybody else, but not the policies that made them fail, the policies that make them the losing party, the policies that make this country terrible.
Leaving office as one of the most unpopular presidents. When I watch this tonight, I remain astonished that he, his family, and other people around him thought he could ever run for another term. I mean, there's no way he could serve.
This guy speak. Hey, Scott, right here, my boy. Wait, how do you? Right here, he's speaking facts.
Another 6 months, let alone another 4 years. The fact that they pursued that farce for as long as they did, to me, remains one of the most astonishing things about this term. So,
yeah, I am astonished as well.
Man, it's embarrassing, truly. Like I said, you know, he goes up there, you know, Kamala in the background, again, spewing lies, just using buzzwords, trying to get people. I mean, people are waking up, thank God. Like, you know, Trump won the popular vote pretty easily. Thank God we didn't have Kamala win, the worst vice president in history. She ran for president, and no one liked her. And then she magically got sworn in to president because Joe Biden couldn't do it. And she got, 72 million votes, which is, it's mind-blowing to me, truthfully. You know, this guy's not fit to run the country. We need a leader. Joe Biden is not a leader. He, you know, maybe 30 years ago he might have had a little different message, different tone, but you know, truthfully, it's really bad. And you know, I'm thankful for America Spoke, and Monday's the inauguration. I hope you guys are excited, because I am.